But anyways, to talk about new school, well, fairly new school Texas players. We have Albert.
Oh, yes, yes.
Albert has been around for maybe 4 or 5 years now, but he's always just been solid. He's been a Falco. I know he's been playing longer, but he hasn't been entering for as long as he's been playing with his brother Neviki.
Yeah.
And he's just always a very solid Falco. He rarely makes technical errors. Super great punish game. He loves to play fast, so he's always a great Falco to watch.
I feel like he's sort of a similar archetype as PPMD, where like he's the guy who's been in the shadows, but he's really, really good at improving like just by himself.
Yes.
Out and like a lot of people are like, you know, they go to tournaments, they get practice against the meta, and then practice playing in the moment,
right?
And like they improve in that way. Albert just kind of skips that.
Yeah, he's like a single player practicer.
For sure, for sure.
And which is honestly a skill that I'm jealous that people can have.
Yeah.
Because
really,
I mean, you're a grinder too, aren't you? I see you on your stream. You're practicing some Roy combos in there and there.
For sure, yeah. There's definitely like a different sort of mindset that you can apply to, like trying to, because it's very easy to just sit down and practice anything, but actually improving during that like single player training mode practice is the tricky part.
Right. You got to do a lot of shadow boxing and whatnot. But anyway, we're getting into Falco Dittos. I mean, I feel like every Ditto in this game, they just kill each other really hard, you know?
Generally, yeah, it's usually pretty painful.
And you know, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Z to D.
Get touched by Falco, and it's going to be a bad time. Especially if you're Falco.
Yeah. And like being a Falco main, you know exactly how hard you can hit.
Oh, yeah.
So getting shined almost feels worse because you're like, I know exactly what he can do to me off this broken move.
And sometimes it's like understanding that, like, oh, I know that he has these mix-ups, so then like you start second-guessing yourself, and you get hit by the basic B and B, and then things go downhill.
It goes downhill real quick.
Real quick.
Oh, man. Nice. Especially with a player like Albert, who's explosive. And Albert's one, even, he has like a mojo factor, you know, where like he'll be behind and then suddenly like he'll just turn it on. I think a set with ESAM a couple of years ago, he almost forced out comeback a Samus as Falco, which is unbelievable. Back when ESAM was still quite a prominent melee player and not an ultimate player.
Yeah.
Very good Samus at the time. Still probably a very good Samus.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, Albert's just...
Oh, nice stall there and the shine to set up for the back air. And this is probably going to be wraps. Yep.
That's it.
Get Falco off stage without his double jump. Doesn't have many options left.
No, he has side B up B, and you can just grab ledge for most of them if you're Falco. Yeah, that was rough.
Going into quick game 2, Dreamland.
I can agree with for Hoodie Temp going to Dreamland makes a little more sense. He probably feels a little claustrophobic with Albert on the screen.
For sure. Albert definitely just got on top of him and like ended his stock set last game. And
here we go.
He's trying the stage. Don't know if it's gonna make too much of a difference in that regard though. Albert's still basically one touch killing him.
Yeah, I mean you can't really escape Albert no matter what stage you go to. Oh my God, make it stop! He's just destroying him.
Yeah, I mean, there were lots of situations in there too where like it wasn't even true comboing anymore, but he was just chasing his opponent down.
Yeah.
Hoodie Temp just couldn't get away, couldn't get back to a decent position.
And that's why Albert's such a beautiful player, is because approaching in the metagame nowadays is a bit more restrained, and it seems like Albert just bar none, just like that, like he just does not hold back.
Yep, a little bit of a smile there. Don't know if he intentionally SD'd with that forward air, but
whatever, it was sick.
Yeah, whatever, it was sick. I approve, regardless.
Yeah.
Nice little dash dance pressure there, bait out the roll.
Oh my God, I can't believe he clipped that with the down air.
Yeah. Well, the forward air out of shield, very interesting.
And that's another thing, if you want to talk about modern metagame, I feel like Space Animals are really being creative with how they use forward air.
Okay.
It's generally considered the Space Animal's weakest aerial, but it's still, honestly, an amazing aerial.
Yeah, I mean, lots of players from my days would like talk about how they wish they could just delete the Space Animal forward air because anytime they do it, it's on accident, and it's never better than any other button they could press.
Right. You have so many other good aerials.
Seriously, yeah.
But you know, Ferris sets up for some juicy resets sometimes. It sends at kind of an upwards and close angle.
Okay.
So oftentimes you can clip like with a shine or like maybe a dare. You can potentially get follow-ups.
Yeah, definitely seems like, and just the multi-hit nature of it, you know.
That too.
There'll be lots of situations where you can clip them with multiple hits and create a better situation where you couldn't like actually, like, if there's a situation where they're above the platform and you do a rising aerial, if you do an air, that's it, they're gone. But if you do forward air, you can hit them once and then twice. And
get
the
a
second hit's on
couple
the way
more
down.
hits. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The Dr. Pee-Pee, where you get about 4 or 5 hits, and suddenly that's like 50% on a floaty.
Right, yeah,
that's huge,
especially on a floaty. Like, you're not gonna get any more combos after that. Afterwards,
Exactly.
like, they're gone. Like, they're out of there. Might as well cash in all you can whenever you can.
For sure, for sure. Okay.